Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. I am so excited for today's video because we are testing out the Shark Flex style. So I ordered this guy on Amazon when they had a $20 off 100 with Air Prestige, and then it didn't exclude Prestige. So I picked this up. This retails for $299. So I saved just like a tiny bit of money and I put it on my Ulta card because Ulta has really great rewards points. I do really love Ulta. And it says that it has a faster drying time than the Dyson. I will say I do agree with that. And it's also supposed to basically minimize damage, which comparing it to my Revlon brush, I really do think that it is meant to minimize damage. I didn't quite have that same like intensity that like you have the whole house like foggy. I didn't have that experience, the Shark. But if you want to hear all my thoughts, see me use it, then let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, you guys, so this is the texture of my hair. Right now it's not very curly because I've just kind of like had it down, but my hair is naturally very thick and curly and it's damp right now. I just wanted to show you guys that before we got into the video. So I'm putting on the attachment that is what I assume I'm going to use the most, and it is like the round brush attachment. Something that I think is really cool about this specific blow dryer is that it does bend to be like this shape. And I'm just showing you guys here the size pieces that I'm going to grab, and basically I always start with the bottom half of my hair first, pinning up the rest. So there's 3 buttons at the bottom. The first one turns it on, the middle one is the heat, and the last one at the top is the fan setting. And then that top button up there that with the blue is like the cool shot setting. I went ahead and muted these clips because I didn't want you guys to have to listen to the blow dryer going the whole time, but you can see that I'm passing the blow dryer through my damp hair quite a few times. And here I'm going to speed it up for you guys because I really did go over it a ton of times because I wanted to get it really smooth and like really give this its shot. One thing I really liked about this is that it does regulate temperature very well, and I didn't ever get that burning smell. I did go in with my straightener around the roots of my hair because I did plan to use the curling attachments, and the base of my hair gets pretty curly, which is why I'm doing this because, like I said, I have naturally curly hair, and I did want the style to kind of last and give it its shot. But I still have the blow dryer on as I'm doing this, so lots of heat, but it does regulate that temperature really well, so it doesn't like overly burn the hair, I guess. And it did come out smooth, but you guys saw how much work I really did put into this, where like I was constantly going over it again and again and again, but it's pretty smooth. I also want to make a point of showing you guys what time it is. So I started this at 6 p.m. and it does take me a while, but that's our starting point is 6 p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and just like blow dry my whole head. I did like take my time with this as well. Because like I said, I really wanted to give the blow dryer its like fair shot. So here is where I began to encounter my first issue with this blow dryer, and it's that when I'm doing these sections, because my hair, like I'm taking like pretty decent sized sections, my hair gets stuck in the base of the blow dryer. I'll show you guys that later in the video, but here I'm gonna unmute it so you guys can hear the sound. So before I forget, I'm gonna do this mostly voiceover, but this is the thing that really is like I'm not sold on, okay? So this part, this attachment, it wiggles and it creates a gap. It creates a gap right here, okay? What happens is that then hair gets stuck, like sucked into that gap, pulled, and then into the coils. And this itself, like the blow dryer when it works perfectly, doesn't create a burning smell like some other blow dryers do. It does a really good job of regulating temperature, I will say that. But the fact that the attachment wiggles and pulls hair, I'd either have to do much smaller sections so that that doesn't happen, which is a possibility. And it's not that I'm not willing to, you know, still keep it, but I'm trying to be extremely critical for you guys because this isn't exactly, you know, $100. It's $300. I wanted to compare it to my Revlon style for you guys. So basically the Revlon one is a little bit longer, like the barrel's just a smidge longer, but other than that they have a pretty similar makeup and the like longer bristles are about the same length. I will say that the Revlon one doesn't wiggle the way that the Shark one wiggles. Like you see here, it's like it wiggles and so that hair gets sucked there. The Revlon one, even though it does come apart there, like it comes apart at the same area of the base, this one is so secure, it doesn't wiggle at all, and therefore like you're not having to put any extra like strength to hold it together. And normally this is what I use, and this is like
I don't know, no more than like probably $50. The one thing I want to mention is that the Revlon one doesn't regulate temperature the same way, so I really do recommend doing it on like kind of damp hair, but just a little damp, not super wet. And here is the finished result. My hair looks shiny, but it's not like straight, and I did put a ton of work into it. So here I'm showing you guys the different attachments and how you can use them. So for the other side of my hair, it was a little bit more damp, so I decided to use like the blow dryer attachment. This is super cool, but the Revlon one also does, like, the brush comes apart and you can use it as a blow dryer kind of in the same way that I'm using this. It's just nice that this has like a little attachment. The Revlon one doesn't have another attachment that like looks like a blow dryer. The reason I got the Shark one though is for this. I thought this was so cool. Dyson did not do this. This has not only a diffuser, but a diffuser that like grows for longer hair so that it really, you know, you can adjust it to your hair length, and I think that is something that Shark did incredibly well.
It's very pretty. They have lots of colors. I do like it. I love that it has the like curly attachment that is like also the diffuser, and that it's also long. I love that it bends to be a regular blow dryer, but I really was hoping to use this attachment probably the most. That bothers the crap out of me. Also, I feel like because this has so many moving parts, it will eventually break. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they have a really good warranty. This also isn't like the most secure, I think. So I'm gonna use the barrels now, and if they're life-changing and I really love the way this looks at like a beautiful blowout vibe, then maybe yeah, it's worth it. This is already my hair, like I blow dried it right now, and then this one got put in a bun, and it created just, it looks pretty, but I did have to go in and like really extra blow dry this, and then I also did kind of straighten it, if you guys saw. This side I went in a little bit faster, and I didn't straighten anything except for like just the roots over here, and you can see it's still just as frizzy as, you know, regular blow dryer with the same like effect.
Okay, so now I'm jumping into the curling barrels. I have heard that the technology on the Dyson one, like the curling, like it's called the Cora technology, I believe, it works better on the Dyson to like pick up hair easier. And I did experience this as well, because if you guys see, I did a Dyson review on my channel as well. I will link it down below for you guys so that you guys can see my same kind of hair type on the Dyson. And the curl was pretty, but then I went ahead and every time I do a curl, I go ahead and pin them up right away because I want them to last. So here you see me like kind of recurling it, and I'm just gonna pop that little guy in a clip and leave it there with the rest of them for like a long time. But here you see like I struggled to wrap the hair a little bit, and I think this part ended up making like the ends look a little bit frizzy because like you see I'm kind of struggling. I didn't struggle like this with the Dyson, but Dyson also has like the technology is a little bit better when it comes to this. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. Now I do want to say I curled these on the hottest setting, and then I did do the cold shot, and immediately I pinned up all the hair and I'm hairspraying it, and I'm leaving it for an hour. You see it took me a whole hour to do that.
Okay guys, you guys saw I finished at 7:09. I had my hair picked up in those pin curls. I probably took them out like 20 minutes ago. It's 8:03, so it's been an hour since I finished doing my hair. And I don't like it. What's it called? I pinned back the front because this was giving, I don't know, George Washington. It was rough. I kind of brushed out this top part. It's not that I don't like it. It does give a really pretty, like, okay, maybe I don't like it. But basically, like, it's pretty, right? I think this looks nice. It definitely, like, it does have a decent shine when the light hits it, but that's also like my hair is healthy, you know, but it does also seem to have a bit of frizz. And in the Georgia heat and the summertime and the humidity in the summertime, this is not gonna hold up. I already know. I'm gonna run some oil through my hair. I really like this one. I have it, I'll link it on my Amazon storefront. It's by a brand called Sublime or Semi Delino. I have no idea. This has a lot of words, honestly. But I'm just gonna go in with a hair oil and kind of like hydrate the ends of my hair a little bit. But my point is ultimately that I just think that a product that is that expensive may work for some hair types, but it's not gonna work for all hair types. And they really tried, because I feel like Dyson didn't try nearly as hard as Shark tried to cater to more hair types. I really do think they did try, but I also know my hair, and I know that like the ends are already frizzy. I would have to do so much work to get this result, and it's really not even like any kind of a curl. I can do this with a straightening iron and I know it's gonna hold, because this is basically me just going in with a straightening iron and curling the ends and then curling this. And I know that it works and it looks good because I've done it. So yeah, that's what the ends kind of look like. I can do that with a straightener and it will just take me less time. Is it voluminous? Is it pretty? Yes. Will it last in the summertime humidity? No. And unfortunately, it's just not working. It's not gonna work for my hair type. I have really thick, really curly hair. And not only do I have a lot of it, but it's really thick and it's pretty long. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on it. I'm gonna be returning it. I really do think that the fact that like that top part is a little bit flimsy is just not kind of a red flag for me. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be what I'm gonna enjoy long term. I think I'm gonna be really worried about it all the time. And it's really not very ergonomic. I will say my arm literally hurts right here from how I had to hold it. Sorry, shark. Glad this video isn't sponsored, I guess. Do want to applaud them for trying though. I think that even if you have curly hair that isn't quite as thick and quite as coarse, it might still work for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're watching it around the holidays, happy holidays. Bye guys, thank you for watching.